Welcome everybody to the webinar of candidate product series. So I can see a few people have joined, and I'll just wait for a couple of more minutes to let other people join also. So let's wait for them.
So Param, thank you very much for inviting me. So look like HubSpot is a very active tool. A lot of people are using HubSpot as their CRM.
Yeah, hi Vinay. Thank you so much for your time. Yes, no doubt. Nowadays, HubSpot is the most common CRM I have seen in a lot of companies. They're using it not only for the marketing tool, but also for their sales efforts also.
Exactly. And have you heard about this recent news about Google Hire? Look like they're shutting down everything.
Exactly. Yes. Yesterday, I just seen that they're planning to close that in next year probably.
Mm-hmm.
So it was comparatively a new service, but I'm not sure why Google is closing it so early. So it's hardly 2 years ago they have launched that. Am I right?
That's right. It's two and a half years approximately they spent in this industry.
So what do you think? Why they are planning to close that?
Maybe I must say they might have to think of it as a bad what do you call it as market set they were focusing, because person has to be on G Suite to be used, and then they have a criteria of minimum number of people. So those two combination was the killer for them. Product was good. I see that product was very good, but it was not something which people want to use it. Let us check other people's comment. If anybody wants to add on, you can raise your hand. If anybody wants to comment on Google Hire and they have used it, or they want to comment on anything on that. But
so whoever is joined the webinar, there is one Q&A session, and then you can just raise your question if you have anything about HubSpot, CandidateZip, or any other question that you want to ask me or Vinay. So you're most welcome to ask that. So I'll just wait one more minute, Vinay. So let me see who else want to join, and then we can start.
Sure. Let me know. I see that next year we will be seeing more HRIS products from Microsoft side and Randstad side. So these two are new upcoming one. I remember last year Microsoft has a smaller booth in this HRTech conference, and they were demonstrating their product. This year, hopefully, they will be big. And Randstad is gonna come in a different way. They're launching a complete new VMS process. So that will be interesting.
So this year you are so this year you are going to Vegas?
Yes, I will be in that conference. So that is one conference I love to see different HR tech companies what they do.
Right.
Get everybody to be there. If you love technology and you love recruitment and technology, that is the one event you must be there. And if you need a discount, contact Param. He has $300 discount, right?
Discount coupon I got from them. So last year we were also there, so this year we are also going there. So I'll definitely meet you there also.
Sure, I will be there. So we are at 12:04 right now. Should we wait for one more minute to see somebody joining, or
I think we should start now. So thank you once again everybody for joining this webinar, and thank you Vinay also for giving us time for these webinars every week. So this is for the attendees. So everybody, I hope now you know about CandidateZip. For last couple of weeks, we are doing webinar every month for our products, and we have a special series of training for the recruiters also, where we share the recruitment best practices. A lot of recruiters join those webinars, and then they share the knowledge with us also. So a brief about CandidateZip. So CandidateZip resume parser or job parser, where we connect the sourcing tool of your resume or CV with your current ATS or CRM. So what CandidateZip do, it extracts resume data from your source. I hope everybody can listen to me. So can you just confirm everybody? Can you listen to me? Vinay, my voice is clear?
Yeah, your voice is absolutely clear. Yeah, I
Okay,
can
great,
see some
great.
messages
So as I
from.
mentioned, with CandidateZip, we extract the data from 400 plus sources like Gmail, Google Drive, Dropbox, a lot of others also, and then we can send that extracted data to your ATS or CRM. So currently, we are able to connect with more than 300 ATS CRM like Bullhorn, Salesforce, Google Spreadsheet, and a lot of others also. So probably in the coming months, we'll cross 500 plus mark. So we are working on that. Our CandidateZip team is working hardly on getting more sources and more ATS on board. So as I mentioned, this is no code resume parser. So what does that mean? You need not to do any kind of API integration. You need not to hire a technical person to integrate this into your system. So this is a very simple kind of plug and play tool, just 5 to 7 minutes of one-time setup, and then you are good to go. So then it will start automatically every day, every time, whatever the time frame you'll mention, it will extract data from resume and then will send the data to your ATS CRM. So it's very easy for recruiters to manage that data. So, and it will eliminate completely the manual entry of your CRM. So saving a lot of man hours for that, right? So now last week we did the product training, how to extract resume data from Excel and then send it to Google Sheet using CandidateZip. So this week we are doing it for Hubspot CRM. So all yours, Vinay, now. So you can just guide us how to do that.
Sure, thank you very much. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah, I'll just stop share that. Yeah, you can share now.
Sure. Lovely. I shared my complete screen and let me start this webinar. Okay. Thanks, Param. So thanks for showing us the complete stuff. So I'm sure everybody understands HubSpot is a pretty stock market is growing for the HubSpot. The share price is going up and up. It is very promising and very good, easy to use CRM, which is primarily meant for salespeople. But with the time frame, we have seen that people are using HubSpot for their recruitment process, because the features as a recruitment CRM or a normal CRM, they're exactly same. So what we're going to cover today is how we can transfer your resumes, or even you can process jobs. We are not covering jobs. You can talk to us afterwards if you need a jobs. But resumes from your email like Gmail, Office 365 or anything, or web folder like Google Drive, OneDrive, anything. For a demo purposes, we talk about Google Drive, and later on we'll generalize for everybody, and it's all same. And then it will get uploaded directly to the HubSpot. That's the starting point what we can do it. Second, we try to focus on HubSpot CRM, but if you guys have any questions of any other CRM, how to do it, like SharePoint or Microsoft Dynamics or Salesforce or anything, or Sugar CRM or anything, just drop a message in a chat box. We'll be able to answer that one. And my commitment even last time was there. Today, when I demonstrate you, because I'm going to talk a lot, so I might need 10 to 15 minutes, but in real time, you will be able to do it in less than 5 minutes. Once the configuration is done, it is going to run automatically. There's no questions, there's nothing way, it is all done. Now, set the rule book correctly. We need certain logins, like we need to have your HubSpot login. It is very free. Go to HubSpot.com and sign up there. Then we need your Google Drive. So that's a demonstration we are giving today. If you don't want to use a Google Drive or any other web folder like OneDrive or SkyDrive or anything, or Dropbox or Box, you must have that login handy with that. And then list of fields you need in the resume, or which you need to want to extract and put them in HubSpot. So we might have to create those fields in HubSpot. And of course, for today's demonstration, we're going to use Zapier as our integration partner. That's a very well-known company. You can go to Zapier.com. You can set up your triggering point. You set up your actions. We're going to use that today, and that is what it is actually going to do it. Let me take you directly from here to the product demo instead of we spend time on here. Let me take you to the stuff. So if you go to the CandidateZip.com on our homepage, and we have this chatbot, let us shut down this chatbot. We don't need it. So first you start with is searching over here. So let us say I want to upload from Google Drive to HubSpot. So I said Google Drive to HubSpot. Just search it out. So you get your first link, which is coming up, that okay, from Google Drive to HubSpot. Just click on that. This is going to give you all the step-by-step instructions which is possible, which you need to do to configure. This looks not very big today on this page, but when I do it, it is just a few clicks. That's it. That's why we created this video. If you are an enterprise, you don't want to use a Zapier, you can always use Workato. Workato also allows you exact integration, what you want to do with the stuff. So this is for the enterprise class, like you want to integrate the enterprise edition of HubSpot, or you are an enterprise and you have a very stringent GDPR laws. You don't want to use Zapier, which is publicly available. You can use our private libraries with the Workato. That's also there exist. But today, for just a simplicity, we'll talk about Zapier. But if you need a Workato, just connect us and we'll be talking to you. So let us, instead of spending time here, let us go to the website Zapier straight away, which is very simple. Just start with the Zapier, sign up. I've already signed up, so I'm going to use the same sign up. I'm not going to do something new. Come on, man. Okay. Once you're on the Zapier page, there's a right-hand side, there's a button called Make a Zap. So we are going to click on that we are going to make a Zap. And it'll give you the blank Zapier to start with. So first one is a triggering. So I said I'll set up a trigger called Google Drive. So Google Drive, as I select it out, then I said new file in a folder, right? Go forward. I have already configured. If you have not configured, you can click on connect an account. Let me show you how it works. So I can collect an account and I can connect to that particular stuff. It will ask you one by one. But I have already configured this one. So it is just an authorization, and click on next. Now, next one is we need to set up the whole options. So first one I said, okay, this is my Google Drive. Very simple to do. And a folder, we have created one specific folder for webinars. So we're going to use the same folder and then say continue. Right? And then it says it's going to fetch a file which is 0 seconds away. Let me check it out. It is a yes, it is the right file which we wanted him to fetch. Let me show you my Google Drive folder just for the simplicity. So in Google Drive folder, we have one for resume there, John Doe resume, which is there right now. So it has fetched out exactly the same resume. That's the title name. I can see it here. Okay, lovely. I said continue. Now, second step, this is a little bit, this is not going to tell you Zapier how to do it, but click on this one, add an action step. So what I'm going to do is now I pick up this file, which is there on my Google Drive. And whenever the new file is uploaded, it is going to trigger a Zapier. And then this is going to trigger a CandidateZip. I'll select my CandidateZip. And we have 3 functions here, basic, standard, and detailed. So basic, there's no much difference in that. It depends on how many fields you need. Let me go to the website and I'll show you the fields, what we are there. So the website defines you all the fields, what exactly fields you are looking for. Sorry, Zapier doesn't allow us to put a link. Otherwise, we could have put up a link over there. So go to the process and CRM, CandidateZip fields. So you can click on that and it is going to show you all the fields, what is there in a basic, standard, and detailed. Detailed is almost around 80 plus fields and basic is approximately around 20-25 fields. So you can check it out which fields are there, and if it is not required, you can choose either of all 3. Okay. So for simplicity, I'll pick up the past resume basic. Next step, I need to authorize my CandidateZip account exactly the same way. At the bottom, you'll see there's a connect account. You can use this one. I have already pre-configured one, so I'm going to use the same one. and say continue. Now it is going to ask me the template is, let us find the file. So first one, it says file to be passed. You see these 4 lines and a plus sign at the right hand side? This is where exactly I'm going to click, and file, this is second field, exist but not shown. I need the exact attachment need to be sent here. So I fill up there. Second one, I need a file name. So file name is the title. Fantastic. Just you can see I'm not writing any single line of code. So I pick up, I can say send test to CandidateZip. So I get back address, email, city, name, everything. I'll start getting into that. Lovely. So now instead of finishing it, now third step is, first I pick up a Google Drive. Second, I pick up a CandidateZip. Third, I need to add a step to a Hubspot. So where exactly I want to store our data. So let me pick up a Hubspot, right? So you can go there and search it out, and I can pick it up, any of the functions, but let me pick up the first one, create or update a contact, because candidates will be created as a contact to that. So I have already pre-configured my CandidateZip, and otherwise you have to just click a create an account and it will take you to the Hubspot. You can authorize it and come back, but we'll use this one to start with. Now, before I move further here, let me take you to the Hubspot. Let me show you what exactly is there in my Hubspot. So this is my Hubspot. My all contacts are empty. I have cleaned up everything because it's a fresh account. I can create a new fields. Where you have to go is just click on right hand side, that settings button. Once you click on that, there's a one left hand side menu comes up called properties. Here you can create your own properties, your own fields. Like I created 2 extra fields at the bottom, current employer and current job title and text resume. I created these 3 extra fields into the system. You can create anything you wanted. Let us create salary if you want to configure it, or current location. Let us put up a current location. So I can say current city. I want to get it out. And group name is CandidateZip fields, resume fields, and single line field. Fantastic. That's how you create a field. So you can create as many as fields here. There's no questions asked. We are not going to limit you for anything. Once you have set it up your HubSpot account correctly, you come back to this one. You see it is all shows me all the fields what it does exist in HubSpot. Since I've created a new one, I'm going to refresh this fields only one time. So I refresh it. The newly created called current city will get reflected here. We'll go by one. Let us see what exactly they are. Now let us start configuring it. So current email, I click on this one. Now there's a 2 drop down comes up. One is new file folder and past resume basic. I pick up the second one, and now I need to give it the email ID here. That's the one. Lovely. Rest is all optional. I'm not current city. This is what we added there, right? So I'll just click on this one. I'll drop down this one, and I said city. Current contact city. Fantastic. I need to add a state also. Okay. I just press a comma here because I said city, comma state, and I can add a second fields. Again, I'd go to this drop down of resume basic, and then I said state, California. Lovely, right? That's how I can do it. Now stage, if you have defined your candidate stage in the stuff, you can mention it here. So right now I'm putting everything as others, but you can define your own stages if you don't mind it that way. Now, current employer, lovely. This is a custom field we created. Again, pass basic. Then I said employer. If I'm not able to find out, you find that's one experienced current employer that's there. And let us say I'm not able to find out what a field is there. There's a search word here. So I can say profile. Or if I'm not able to find, I said current. Oops, sorry for that. I said current. Current empirical, employer, right? Job title, job profile. So you can pick up anything you wanted into that. So that's what is there. If you want to configure date of birth or anything, you can configure it from the resume. So I'm just skipping just for the simplicity's sake. Let me configure name. So first name is John. Then I also need a last name. There's a one called text resume. Let me put up that one also. Simple one doesn't give you return. So let me put a skills into that instead of that. I'm going to put instead of this, I'll put a skills. Last name, here it is. So I'm going to put up last name too. Lovely. Email I've already put up, right? And that is a REST email. Rest is up to you. You want to put it or not. We since we use HubSpot as our CRM, so we use a lot of extra fields. Lovely. So I configured it one time. Then I said, okay, send test to the HubSpot. Lovely. It says successfully sent. Let us go back into HubSpot, see my contacts. Lovely. I can see the first one. That's how very simple to set up. You can configure. I have not configured phone number or other thing, but yes, you can go ahead and configure them. That's a very simple way to do it. Let me go back to Zapier and finish this one. Now I need to click finish and name it. Just give a name. So I'm saying CZ Google Drive to HubSpot. And we have a folders for that one. So I'm just putting that one. It is not required. And I'll switch it on this Zap. Fantastic. Once it is on, you're all set. You don't have to come back to Zapier afterwards. This is one-time setup, what you need to do. Now, how to do it further? People are still want to process it. So let me upload some few more resumes here, right? Let me put up one more resume. 2 more resumes I upload here. Right? Very simple. So just drag drop or you set it up the way you want it. Now, we wait for Zapier to run. That's a one way to we wait for this Zapier to go ahead and run it out. Or what I can do is I can run it manually just for the simplicity and saving time here. I can run it manually. Otherwise, you don't need it. Based on your plan with the Zapier, it is going to run it. So I run it out. It says 2 items. It found it. It's going to run 2 times CandidateZip parsing and all that stuff. Exactly contact updated, and exactly. Let us go back to my Zapier, refresh the page, and the magic happens. Imagine it is now your team don't have to do all that stuff. They have to just go to the Google Drive folder. As many people can upload there. You upload 100, you upload millions, no questions asked. Just imagine all these things get extracted and put it back here. So that's a basic setup you can do with the HubSpot and connecting with the Google Drive. Let me take you further. Let me take you further and show you what more advanced things we can do with this. Okay. So if you say that I don't want to use a Google Drive, okay, now I can go to the first step, trigger. I select here Google Drive. I can select OneDrive. Oops. I can select OneDrive. I can select Dropbox. I can select Box.net. So where you want it, I can select Gmail. I can select Office 365. You can change anyone you wanted. There's no questions asked here. You can select this trigger from anywhere it is coming up, right? Any CRM you want to use, share Salesforce you want to do it wherever you want to do it. That's a trigger. So I'm not changing away, I'm just keeping the Google Drive. Second step is always same, CandidateZip. If you still have questions, you can ask us and we'll be glad to answer all that stuff. And third one is where you want to store. This is right now I've stored in HubSpot. If I don't want in HubSpot, let us say I want to say Salesforce, right? Yes, you can select the Salesforce instead of HubSpot and configure it. You don't want that one, you can select any CRM, Zoho CRM, Agile CRM, Radial, Capsule. There's a number of CRMs available right now, right? You can pick up the one, Sugar CRM is also, it does exist here. You can pick up anyone you wanted and system will be able to configure it and put the data into that. So that is the overall link addition. Now, just one, I need your last 10 seconds. In case you still want how to do it, let me go ahead and show you. If you go to the page, your login, that's the login what we're going to use. So you can schedule a time with us. You can click over here and schedule a time the way you want it. So we will be there. We'll be talking to you. Is it opening? No, it's going for load balancer. Sorry for that. But you can schedule a calendar. Our availability is everything is available on this calendar. And you can always schedule a time with us and we'll be talking to you the way you want it, right? So that's how it is. Let us go back to my presentation from where we started. So it is just a 10 minutes investment. You have seen, like I explained you, still I can see my clock. It took me approximately 12 minutes. But if you're not talking or you want to configure all the feeds, what is there, it is just a 10 minutes. Imagine you invest 10 minutes, afterwards your team get productive and now they are not going to do any data entry. That's the whole scenario what you can think of, right? Then save a data entry time, that's what you're going to do it. Extract all details of resumes or jobs. And CandidateZip do support multi-languages. You're coming with the French, Spanish, German, doesn't matter to us. We are able to scan resumes, non-scanned resume, PDF, ODT, Doc, DocX, doesn't matter, right? You can choose any format, Google Drive, or anything you can choose from to upload it. Right? That's all we have. If you guys have any questions, I'm here. Let me go back to my whole discussions. I'm here if you have any questions for me. Param, it's all over to you then.
Thank you, Vinay. Thank you so much for explaining that in a very simple way. So I'm sure definitely the attendees will be able to understand how we can fetch information from their current source, and then they can send the past information to HubSpot. So anybody has any question right now for Vinay or for me? So you can just type on your screen. Okay, so I got a question from Snehal. She wants to know that apart from Zapier and Workato, do we have any other integration also? Yes, Snehal, we do have integration with Microsoft Flow and Dell Boomi as of now. So in total 4 currently we have Zapier, Workato, Dell Boomi and Microsoft Flow, and a lot of other platforms. They will be adding them in next couple of months. So any other question? Okay, so question from Navjot. She want to know that what are the charges for that? Okay, good. So I was just coming to that part, the monetary thing. So it is free to use. So there is no credit card required to sign up. You can use it free of cost at all. And at the end of the webinar, I'll share a discount code with all of you. So you can use that code to get discount up to 75% for a complete full year. So any other question? So any other thing, Vinay, you want to add apart from that?
No, I'm good. I think it was a good session, very easy to do. That's one, like I have given this demo many times in the last 2 months to the people as a product specialist. I find it out, my call starts and within 5-7 minutes he says I can go away and he can handle it. It's much easy to handle, right?
Right.
I have one more question I can see here. Do you need any technical team to maintain these integrations? No, you don't need it. You have seen it or you can do it at your site. Only thing what you need to know is a field name. Of course, you know what field you have created in CRM and your logins. That's it. Just click, 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 click. That's it. And you need to know how to use keyboard and mouse. And that's a rocket science, right? The rest is all very simple.
Great. So I have a couple of other things that I want to share with all the recruiters, all the attendees here. So let me just share my screen now. Okay. Vinay, apart from CandidateZip, we have a couple of other communities and websites that we are running for recruiters to help them with the latest information, latest news, whatever is happening in recruiters community. So for that, we have a community on Telegram that is called Recruiter for Recruiters. So this is a community for recruiters and by recruiters. So we have more than 1,000 members over there who share their experience, their questions, whatever tools they are using, whatever problems they are facing and how they overcome those problems. So anybody can join, any recruiter can join this community. They can ask questions if they want to know anything, what is happening latest there. And apart from that, every day we share the latest events that are upcoming in future related to recruiters and other information about the event, webinars and podcasts, etc. So all the information you can get there. So I must say all the recruiters must join this community, and it is definitely will be helpful for them. And then we have another source of information for recruiters, that is Recruiter Live. So we are trying to make it very informative with respect to whatever is happening in recruiters' life. So not only the technical questions or the technical problems they are facing, every aspect of their life, like on their daily task, the problems they are facing, how they are finding the tools to overcome that. So this is a very useful website for recruiters, that is recruiterlife.org, and recruiters will get all the information about upcoming events, webinars, the latest technology tools in the industry for them, which will make their life easy. And then another one is HR Tech Info Center. So as the name indicates, it is the info center for all the HR technology related things happening in the market right now. So you'll get all the information about new product launch, fundraising, merger and acquisitions, all the events, podcasts, a lot of other information that is related to HR technology. So one must also visit this website. Sorry. So as I mentioned in the starting of the webinar also, we are running two type of webinars from CandidateZip. The first one is product training webinars, where Vinay is helping us with all the product trainings. So every week we do it. So for the future webinars in this training part, if any recruiter, any attendee has any requirement, they can just message us that they want to see the webinar or they want to understand the product better using this source or this area CRM, then we'll be more than happy to work on that also. And the second series of webinars that we are running, that is training webinars for the recruiters, where we discuss the latest recruitment industry best practices, and where any recruiters, they are facing any issue or everything, they can just discuss there. And I also want to invite all the recruiters, all the attendees, if they have any new tool, new service they are using which they think is useful for recruiters, they can be a part of that webinar. They can share their knowledge with other fellow recruiters. They can just email us and we'll get in touch with them, and then they can be a partner on this series of webinars also. So for the discount part, as I mentioned at the beginning also, that we are running huge discount especially for only the attendees of these webinars. So here is the code I am special. So whenever you want to sign up to CandidateZip, you can use this code and you will get 75% discount for a complete year. So what do you say, Vinay, about that?
I am special, right? It'll give me a feeling of special. I'm always special, right?
Yeah.
Thanks. That's a good one.
Because so every attendee is special to us. That's why we have given this huge discount to all the attendees. So they can get 75% discount using this code for any product on CandidateZip site.
Lovely.
So, and thank you so much, Vinay, for your time, for your guidance, and thank you all the attendees for sparing time to be with us on these webinars and asking questions. I'm sure people will have a lot of other questions, so they can just visit us, CandidateZip.com. They will get all the answers there. Still they have any unanswered questions, they can just email us at team@CandidateZip.com. So any closing notes, Vinay, from your side?
No, it is awesome. It is an awesome group. I think it is just a second week, what I can see. And thanks for the awesome response. It is marvelous response, I can see. I'm sure soon you have to upgrade your Zoom webinar link. You're going to get more than 100 people joining your webinars. But yes.
Yeah, currently.
Yes, the only final thing I want to add here is use the technology which is your friend. It is going to save your time. Don't do data entry. Spend your time somewhere else so that you can be more productive rather than just spending time on a technology. And more time you save means either you close more jobs, make more money, or you spend time with your family. That's up to you, how you want to utilize that spare time with you. Thank you very much. Real life. I'm
Sure. Thank you everybody for joining the webinar. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.